liked it, he made it as a kind of surprise for him. And this shows that actually there is almost no limits as long as you stay on Earth in terms of communication delay. This works up to delays of, let's say, 500, 600 milliseconds more than the joints and the electronics that you see here. And I want to show you a video of Joao, who is also working with me in the lab, of how actually this control looks like. And this video shows nicely how the robotic arm, which here is a simulation, does exactly what Joao does with his arm. So even the configuration of the arm is the same. So for those you don't get that impression, I really have to rely on my sensors in the hand and in the arm in order to follow the guidance that is given there. But at the same time, the guidance is not so strong as to force my motion. I can still do mistakes, of course, because we don't want to do full autonomy. Because in this case, we would need to, yes, okay. We hope that astronauts will actually enjoy that. Because if astronauts enjoy doing an experiment, it means to get more experiment time. So always make your experiment exciting. They have the last word on rejecting experiments. So this is actually something really hard what I'm doing now. Hitting a hole in the task board, inserting it, and I will stop there, pull out. And actually, while talking to you, concentrating this, I haven't been trained, I was able to accomplish this task. Now, this actually completes my presentation.
I would know that system work in very large zone. Yeah, you are here now, and the arm are in another laboratory near this place. But the arm is very, is located in another country. The lifetime is very large or are the same.
Right. Okay, now the robot is only on the other side here, that's true. So the delay that we get here is actually should be quite good, but in fact, since we are going through this whole corporate network, it's not so good as we would wish for it. As I said before, the direct till operation, let's say without the shared control part, more or less what you felt here, we can do up to 150, 200 milliseconds. In terms of kilometers, roughly, if you go through internet, this would be from here, somewhere in a circle that ends somewhere mid-Africa, something like that, or South Africa, maybe.
Yeah, but this one when I'm using the space.
Yeah, in space, it is more delay, of course.
Yeah, but you don't use internet.
Oh no, there's no internet in space. You are not yet.
You use a system such like Wi-Fi, or other technology.
Oh no, it's RF signals actually that are, it's analog signals that go to the satellites. But in order to get to those signals, we have to go through internet to an antenna that is for example located in Maspalomas somewhere, and that antenna radiates the data basically in a different format to the station, and there it's converted again and goes through the station network. So there are multiple networks, and we can do this technology, especially what I showed at the end, up to multiple seconds of time delay. So we can do it up to the moon, let's say, but we won't do it for Mars, because in Mars we are in the minute range and then the human input doesn't make sense anymore. But anything between an orbiter and a surface, or from here to a moon, something like this, we can directly manipulate.
Yeah, but it's tested this situation.
Yeah, I suggest we discuss afterwards. Maybe we give the floor also to some other questions, if there are any.
Okay.
Thank you. Please come and see me later.
When you are in the stars, you be afraid?
If I was afraid, I'm no robot. Well, some robots can be afraid. I remember 2001, Hell was afraid when he was getting disconnected. So I was afraid sometimes on the ground, because you have to do things that you are not used to. And the first time you do this, you think, what, is this fun or is this scary? You know, for example, if you go the first time in your spacesuit, you have to be underwater for 6 hours, 12 meters deep, to do all kinds of things. You think, okay, is this fun? So you have to get used to that feeling. Same if you train for fire in your Soyuz capsule, and you have to have a mask on, and you hardly see things, and you have to get into a spacesuit. So the first times you do that, you think it's not fun. But that's the trick of training. You do it so many times, it becomes normal. And then you don't think about that aspect anymore, and you concentrate on the job. That's why you have to train. Training is the best recipe against panic, of course, because you know what is coming and you know what is going on. You don't have to be afraid of that. So in space, I was never afraid. But you concentrate during launch.
And this one was reused in 2006.
So yeah, che facciano fotografie.
So photons we do in cooperation.
Star Wars. Dove si è
Vabbè, chi le può commuovere anche senza...
Azzica cazzo, ma non mi sta.
Azzica picchi.
Come?
Azzica.
Azzica.
Dai, si non parlare.
Azzicarati sta parlando.
Azzicarati sta parlando.
Next generation.
Million boys.
Back to U.S. U.S. ranked #1, Pole ranks lightning, including supermassive black